Why should regulation and compliance matter in the world of pen testing? This is a question that might be swirling in your minds. Well, let's dive right in to find out. Pen testing, or penetration testing, plays a critical role in cybersecurity. It's like a simulated cyber attack, a mock drill, if you will, that helps identify security vulnerabilities in systems, networks, and applications. However, just as a drill needs to be carefully conducted to avoid real damage, pen testing too requires stringent guidelines. That's where regulation and compliance come into play. They ensure that pen testing is conducted ethically and legally, preventing any misuse of discovered vulnerabilities. By setting boundaries, they establish a controlled environment where pen testing can be a tool for fortifying cybersecurity rather than exploiting it. Imagine a world where pen testing is unregulated and vulnerabilities are free for all to exploit. Sounds chaotic, doesn't it? Without regulation and compliance, pen testing could inadvertently become a tool for harm rather than protection. To understand the importance of regulation and compliance, consider the case of a major retail corporation that suffered a significant data breach. This corporation, let's call it Retail Corp, was a titan in its industry. It had a global reach, a loyal customer base, and a reputation for quality. But beneath the shiny exterior, there was a serious flaw in their cybersecurity practices. They weren't compliant with the recommended pen testing guidelines. Now, not being compliant doesn't automatically mean a data breach is imminent, but it does make the network more vulnerable. And in Retail Corp's case, that's exactly what happened. A group of cyber criminals exploited a weakness in their network, a weakness that would have been identified and fixed if the company had adhered to compliant pen testing practices. The fallout was catastrophic. Millions of customers' personal and financial data were exposed. The financial damage was staggering. Retail Corp had to pay millions in fines, not to mention the cost of fixing the security flaw and compensating their customers. But the financial loss was just the tip of the iceberg. The true cost of non-compliance was in the reputational damage. Retail Corp's reputation took a massive hit. Customers lost trust in the brand. Some even decided to take their business elsewhere. And in today's digital age, news of the data breach spread like wildfire, further tarnishing Retail Corp's image. It took years for Retail Corp to recover from the data breach, and even then, the ghost of the breach still haunted them. It served as a constant reminder of the cost of non-compliance. The takeaway here is simple. Non-compliance in pen testing practices can lead to serious consequences. It can expose your network to cyber attacks, lead to financial loss, and cause irreparable damage to your reputation. It's not just about ticking a box or meeting a standard. It's about protecting your assets, your customers, and ultimately, your business. The Retail Corporation's experience underscores the serious consequences of non-compliant pen testing practices. Conversely, let's examine a case where regulation and compliance played a crucial role in successful pen testing. Picture this: a major financial institution handling billions of dollars and sensitive customer data daily. Their cybersecurity team decided to implement a structured, compliant pen testing regime. They didn't do it because it was the easiest path. Far from it. They did it because they recognized the immense value of regulatory compliance in safeguarding their digital assets and, by extension, their reputation. Here's what happened. They followed established guidelines, ensuring each pen test was carefully planned and executed. They respected privacy laws, never crossing the boundary of ethical hacking. They ensured that their testers were fully certified and that they used only authorized tools. And they didn't just fix the vulnerabilities they found. They also documented them meticulously, creating a comprehensive record for future reference. The result? They identified and patched several major security vulnerabilities that could have resulted in significant data breaches. This proactive approach didn't just protect the institution's digital assets, it also had a profound impact on their reputation. Customers began to trust them more, knowing that their data was in safe hands. The institution was seen as a beacon of cybersecurity, setting a high standard for others in the industry to follow. But the benefits didn't stop there. The process of complying with regulations offered the institution a valuable opportunity for self-improvement. It allowed them to identify gaps in their knowledge, skills, and procedures and to address them systematically. It fostered a culture of continuous learning and improvement, propelling them to the forefront of cybersecurity best practices. Moreover, the institution's regulatory compliance attracted positive attention from industry regulators and peers. They were praised for their robust cybersecurity approach, further enhancing their reputation. They became a shining example of how compliance isn't a burdensome obligation, but a strategic investment that pays off in multiple ways. The financial institution's case demonstrates how regulation and compliance in pen testing can significantly enhance a company's security posture and reputation. And remember, this isn't an isolated case. It's a testament to the power of compliance, a reminder that doing things the right way isn't just the ethical choice, but also the smart one. Regulation and compliance in pen testing are not just legal requirements, but also crucial components of a strong cybersecurity strategy. It's time to recap the main points we've discussed in our journey so far. Firstly, we delved into the significance of pen testing itself. Remember, pen testing is a proactive strategy used to identify vulnerabilities in a system before malicious actors have a chance to exploit them. It's a bit like a routine health checkup, but for your digital ecosystem. Next, we explored the necessity of regulation and compliance in this field. Like traffic rules on a busy road, regulations guide the process of pen testing. They set the boundaries, ensuring that the activity is conducted ethically and responsibly without causing unnecessary harm. On the other hand, compliance is your commitment to abide by these rules. Think of it as your pledge to be a responsible driver in the digital realm. We also examined the potential consequences of non-compliance. Just as violating traffic rules can lead to accidents, non-compliance can result in severe ramifications. These can range from financial penalties and reputational damage to more severe consequences such as legal issues or even a full-blown cybersecurity incident. Then we highlighted the benefits of compliant practices. Compliance not only helps you avoid the aforementioned pitfalls, but also strengthens your cybersecurity strategy. It fosters trust with your customers, enhances your overall security posture, and helps you stay ahead in the ever-evolving cybersecurity landscape. To sum up, pen testing is an indispensable tool in your cybersecurity toolbox, but like any powerful tool, it must be used responsibly. Regulations provide the guidelines for this, and compliance is your commitment to using the tool ethically and effectively. So remember to always keep regulation and compliance at the forefront of your pen testing activities. In the realm of cybersecurity, regulation and compliance are key to ensuring that pen testing serves as a protective shield, not a double-edged sword.